different start to the video. I'm here at Tony's Trains of Rugby, just behind me, just up there. I'm going to go in there. I have my 88DS to pick up, which I'm pretty excited about. Tony said he's also got something to talk to me about. I'm going to do the podcast as well at the same time, so, you know, two birds, one stone, come to the shop. So I'm looking forward to getting some bits. I've got some other little accessories and things I want to collect as well. He's got a lot in his shop, so I'm going to pop in and pick that up. So, yeah. Whilst Tony talks to a customer, I've got my little box here. It comes inside there, so I'm going to get it out to have a little sneak peek.
I think she meant that goes into the Mercury. Now, is it just the colour you want, or do you need...
It's tiny.
You can't make it up.
So, hi Tony. So I'm back home. I've got my 88DS. It's very cute, very small, and it will be populating these tracks. Maybe at the end of this episode, who knows. What I want to do now is actually add a point in here. I'm not going to go through all the ins and outs of wiring on it, but I will talk about it a little bit. What I want to do with these videos is allow you to have kind of inclusion in like each little stage on here, and I can talk about it with you. It's interesting for me, and I think therefore will be interesting to you. One thing that I want to do is I want to have some buildings down here, some low relief buildings. So when you're looking this way, which will be where I'll be looking it from, because this will be reversed round. I like to have these low reliefs sitting here with a kind of a gravel track here, so the little trucks can come in and offload or load or whatever, or visit. So I just want to double check this is okay. So I'm going to show you what I'm interested in. So this is Petite Properties. I found these originally. My dad showed me some stuff that he got from there. And the other person that I know that has enjoyed them in the past and done some of the kits is Dan Everson from Tunnel Lane Model Railways. Say hi Dan if you're watching. So basically they offer low relief and normal size buildings as well. So it's kind of these nicely kind of detailed card buildings that you can use papers or whatever you want really on the outside to make it work. So what I've gone and picked up is we've got Ted's Workshop here. I've ordered, I believe, one of these off the top of my head, and they're nice. You know, you can see an example of them with the papers on. It looks really, really good. You can weather it up and make it look good. So that's something that I'm very much interested in. So I've ordered them. As for size, down here they say the approximate construction. So basically 3.6 centimeters deep is what I need to consider for when then I have my vans after that, and then a bit 6.5. So I've got 3 buildings coming. I might get some more. So my thoughts were, obviously this is tapering down, so we need to consider running it more this end because we have more room, but there's an argument that I want to have a parallel line running by the shops. So what I'm going to do is just mark it out so we've got at least a boundary. Then you've got the width of a car, then a fence, so then we move things over and go from there. It might then define what we're doing this side. If I kind of exaggerate where I'm thinking to have it from and where to, because we've got 3.6 there. Do another mark here. But we'll just, basically, it's not going to be this full size, because the buildings are 6.5 wide. You've got 6 and a bit there. You might have one a bit bigger, and then a gap, and then something else. So maybe it'll just populate this area. So this will be basically buildings. At least it remind me why I've drawn this. So hopefully 1, 2, and 3. So they'll sit there. Arguably there'll be like a yard here, and enough room for a car to get past. How wide is a car? What we need to do is grab a car and use that as a reference, because then we want to have a fence. Or we have no fence and it's this kind of dusty line where they can access this railway. It's just an old siding and we have no fence there, you know, because it's not a running line all the way through. Yeah, maybe that works. I kind of like the idea of where the ballast finishes. It's kind of shared with that. And, you know, workers can come up here and walk over, and they might have a wagon that they're using to sell and send off product. Maybe this area, like obviously our view here, would have a, you know, a fence coming up here maybe, and then you've got to have a gated entrance to get to this more industrial area. So that interests me quite a lot. But I'm going to get a little car and we can see how that kind of is proportionally on that gap, and then we can decide what we're doing with this point. Got myself little Fiesta, a little truck. I'm thinking this would be fine. No fence. And then you've got a little truck that comes down here, and you're like, well, how does he turn around? So they've got little yards down here. And so I'm thinking stone will come down to here and peter off. Yeah, so then they can come across here. And then there's a little gate this side. Obviously you can't see that side. I'll tilt that down for you. Yeah, so we've got our Fiesta here. That can come in, you know, little gates. They can come in and, hey, you know, put out the way, and then off it goes. And, oh, they're all stuck. So maybe it's a really big gate. Either way, I think that's what we'll do. It doesn't have to work out perfectly right. So the buildings on the website says 7 to 10 days for them shipping out, because I guess they're busy. So at least I've got a mark ready for that, and we can start putting on this point. So I've installed that. So that short length obviously comes this way. There's a curve out and curve in, so everything runs smoothly. What you'll see here, it's hard to see, but there's an insulated track joiner there, and that's because this is a powered frog. So when the polarities change, if this is wired up with the correct power to go to here and have things working nicely there, and that's flipped because it's sharing across the two, we get shorting out. So we've got an insulated track joiner there, but we've got a normal one here, because from the outside here it shares, they all share the power from there. And so as it's black to the back, so we have black wires on here, and obviously if we've got black on here but that's red, if these were normal track joiners, this would then short out instantly, the layout won't work. So that insulator allows everything to work, and then when the point flicks, this obviously will allow this line to be red all the way up there. This will become red instead of black, and now my logo to run. So I just need to do the same with this. This is really simple to wire up. It's a single switch that will be underneath it, which will flick it either way to power this frog the appropriate voltage, well, positive or negative, that is, red or black. I've got 2 insulated track joiners on here, just because I'm going to power these 2 tracks as well. And what that means is that if I have a loco on here, it's not going to rely on the power coming from the track joiner. It'll be self-sufficient. And what I want to do is run a wire to each separate piece, so then we have, well, definite power. So it doesn't matter if these go grotty, we're always going to have good continuity, which is key. So what I'm going to do now is add in the 2 sidings that will sit there. That'll be good. I've put 2 little tacks to hold down the sleepers, well, to hold the point down there itself. But what I was going to say was, once this is all done, I'm going to use the ballast to hold all this down. So I put a little bit of glue between the tracks, PVA glue, so I can always salvage this later on. And then obviously we're going to ballast, and we won't need any tacks to hold it in place, which is fantastic. And it means you don't have to worry about seeing the tops of the pins on here, which is something that's a bugbear of mine. Not for anyone else, you can do what you like, but for me, I like it so I can't see the pins. So yeah, like I said, I'll run some bits out here, and you should. So I've got this point in those 2 sidings, and then I've started working on what will be the loop around bit. So I wanted to have it where they're kind of close, but not too close, so someone could stand in between them carefully, like walk past to the width of a person. So basically, like something like that. I like the idea of that. And then I've drilled the holes under here for the point motor, like you saw in the last episode, so we'll be able to fit them afterwards. But I'm kind of pretty confident with drilling the holes and then fitting everything really. So what I want to do is, basically this will be my head shunt here, and then we're going to have a point going on here. So that would tap into there. Then that then runs to here, which is a loop round. And then we'll have a siding that goes off with a small engine sheddy thing with, I don't know, I need to look up how a small shunting yard would have the refill for the diesel locos. That's something that I'm interested in, and yeah, I need to do my research on that one. Yeah, we'll continue getting these all fitted, and we'll have a whole layout kind of pinned down to a certain points. The main thing after that is lots of wiring, which will be lots of fun. I'm very much sure of it. But I'll talk about that once I've got this together, and I look forward to telling you all about it. So everything is installed. It's now time for wiring, which I'm going to do on a different day, because got this together, really happy. We can wire this one. We've got the hole for the points. We've got the hole here for the point. We've got a hole here for the point, and we've already done them. So this is, like I said before, my head shunt, which will be for the loco to go to then come around here and go back away. This is where 1, 2, and 3 wagons will be sitting around here, which would then eventually get put into here, which is a lot of fun. I'm pretty excited about it. We will be making use of this for when we're doing our shunting, so it'll be coming back out into kind of nowhere, or, you know, we'll have our little tunnel entrance there. It just happens to be going out, and then it'll bring it back on here, so it will offer kind of some interest if people are watching. Hopefully someone's watching. Like I said, engine shed over here, or maybe that will change, but really happy. So buildings will be coming, I guess, in about a week from when I've ordered them. And yeah, so I think the next stage, like I said, not I think I know, is wiring it all up, getting it working, and then I need to get myself the other component, so then I can control the pump motors, which is pretty exciting. So I'm going to leave it there. I was thinking, oh, I could do some wiring, and then I do this, and I do that. But ultimately, you need to stop when you're doing certain projects and have time to kind of recharge in regards to how you're going to do things. I've just been away for the weekend working out what I want to do. I think on the next episode, I would have already done the wiring. I'm going to do the wiring now after I finish this video, and just get it done, and then hopefully we can do some more of the fun stuff, whatever that might be. But I do need some help. In the comments below, please tell me if you know about this kind of thing. So where I'm going to have my engine shed, which will be just here. I was thinking, oh, you can have a big old depot and tanks and stuff, but would it really be that big just here? Would we have a situation where you have, you know, large tanks, or is it just going to be oil drums, lots of oil drums kicking around, and they'll go fill it up through an oil drum, put a pipe in it with a little pump or something like that, and do it that way? So do I just need to have loads of oil drums in the area that the little shunter is going to be? I feel like that's what it would be, right? I kind of like the idea of that as well. If I was to have anything bigger, it feels like when you look at the kits and things that you can already buy out there for it, they're pretty large, and I don't need anything large for this. I need something more modest, and I've been trying to look in magazines of people doing layouts, as well as basically pictures of locos from back then, but I've not been finding any yards with the loco bit where you see the fuel bit, or if I did, I didn't recognize it, then that's what I need to look at. So any pointers, any links, whatever, leave in the comments below, something for me to click on if you've seen something that you think, no, this is what you want, this is exactly what you want. I appreciate all the comments. I haven't been replying, I do apologize, just been busy in these videos or whatever, but I read everyone and I really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for everyone that comments. So yeah, leave a comment below, and I really appreciate having a read later and see if there's something that will help me with this, because I'd like to do a nice job of it. I want to have fun, which is the most important bit, but I also want to do a nice job of it, and I've enjoyed what we've been doing so far. So thank you for joining in so far. Thank you to my patrons, my channel members, the people who are subscribed. I've had loads of new subscribers lately, so thank you, welcome. And people that comment and like, it's all really valuable. Take care, see you soon on the next episode. Can't wait to have a running layout and to show you it running with my 88DS, my 08, my 48. I've got an 03, I think it is, or 05, I don't know. Not an expert. But anyway, see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.